Hey, what's up guys? Snatch, complex, meet the bar. Of course, the name of the exercise kind of describes it. We're working on meeting the bar and getting down to that full range of motion position in the squat snatch more effectively and more efficiently. So this is specifically for those individuals, or more so for those individuals that like to cut their extension, or maybe they still get really good full extension, but they're really shooting under the bar, shooting to that bottom position. Maybe the bar kind of crashes on them and causes it to jar or causes them to miss forward or behind, whatever that is. So they need to learn to meet it a little bit higher and writing it down. Ideally, we're meeting anywhere around parallel position or a little bit lower, somewhere higher than that rock bottom position, and using our legs as shocks instead of getting down to that bottom position. We also don't want those individuals to kind of stop in a high position all the time and then always have to write it down. This will help them as well, because what we're going to do is add a couple pauses in the bottom of that position as we're progressing through and working on getting down to that bottom position through the snatch here. So rep number 1 is going to be a power snatch from above the knee. Now we're going to be going from above the knee on all 3 reps. So even though we're working specifically on getting under the bar, I want to make sure that a couple things are being executed the way that we want them to be in the setup and through the execution of the top part of the pull. So big thing that I want you guys to look at here is, of course, all the basics. I want the back to be tight, but a big thing that people do these days is they get way too far back on their heels, even with the toes lifting off the floor, or maybe their legs are locked or close to it. We also don't want them to be here. So as we're going down into this setup position, let's don't let them do this. Let's brush the quad down. Let's hold this position long enough for you as a coach to look around the class and make sure everybody's in a good position to move forward. But a big thing is the entire foot being buried into the ground so much that I'm not on my heels even a slight amount. My entire foot is buried. That means that I feel my toes working really hard to grip the floor. All right? Once you see this, we're going to do the first rep, and I want you focusing from here on making sure that they're coming into contact with their body at about the hip crease. I like to call it right in the middle of the pubic bone. That's something else that a lot of people miss. So even though we're working on meeting the bar, let's go ahead and get these things executed. This good position here, this brush at around the pubic bone while they're getting it over the top of their head. All right, so rep 1 is going to be a power snatch, stand, and then let's go ahead and go down into that squat to prepare them for this full range of motion catch on the snatch that we're going to get to by the 3rd rep. We're going to pause here for about 5 seconds. Stand up, reset. Power snatch and stop. Hold it. And then squat down. Again, you can choose to pause or not here depending on what you feel like your athletes most need. But the 3rd rep is going to be a full regular snatch from the knee. Okay? So of course you're going to do a number of sets there. Use a PVC to start with if you want. I got my daughter's training bar here. If some of the people in your class can progress up to a bar, I like that even better. Even a little bit of weight as you go through these sets. Snatch complex, meet the bar.